Hi folks, welcome back to my horde. About 20 after 5, May 2nd, Thursday, 76 degrees. For you folks in Florida, you probably would love 76 degrees. It's probably a cool day for you. For us folks up here in the north, our blood's still a little thick. We haven't quite gotten that far. Anyway, the wife is beginning to suggest, let's go with the word suggest, that I stop screwing around and I cut the grass. So to that end, what I've done is I've charged up the battery. Actually, I always keep this battery charged. You'll recognize it as the one for my jump pack. So, well, that I've been using as a jump pack. So I charged the battery up, made sure it was peaked, and I threw it in the old Kubota here. So this is basically a cold start video for this Kubota tractor. I bought this, 3-4 years ago, maybe longer. I used it heavy last year. I think I had it for a year or so when I didn't use it too much. But last year I used it full time. Maybe the late year before that also. Anyway, I don't recall. But I threw a new battery. I threw a fresh battery in it. I put some fuel in it. Put a gallon of fuel in it. By the way, I use these containers for fuel. Why? Because when I put diesel fuel in here, I always like to take a look at it to make sure that the diesel fuel isn't all crappy. You know, it doesn't have residue or green stuff or anything like that. So I put the fuel in there and let it sit without shaking it for a little while and take a look at it to make sure that it's nice and clean. I also use STP diesel injector additive cleaner. I throw some of that in here too. Not that it necessarily needs it, but it makes it run. Actually, I haven't noticed any difference in the way it runs. Anyway, this thing here has a I don't know, could you guys see that? A D722 Kubota engine in it. It's got about, I don't know, 700 hours on it. 768. I don't know, could you guys see that right here? I can't tell if I'm showing it to you or not. Hopefully I'm showing it to you. I got reflection from the sun. Yeah, I think you're seeing it. So anyway, so 768 hours on it. It's a good tractor. I cut about 2.5 acres worth of grass with it. It does it fairly quickly. A couple of hours it takes me to cut all the grass. And I have some backwards, forwards, and you know, some maneuvering to do. Today I'll have pickup to do, though I'm probably just going to do a little bit today just to fire it up and get it moving. Doesn't use any oil with its 700 hours. It's hydrostatic. The harder you push down the pedal, the faster you go. I normally just cram it to the floor and steer. It has power steering, which is nice. It cuts 56 inches at a time, which is nice because it gets things done fairly quickly. Maintenance, once a year I change the oil. Every time I use it, I grease the mower deck. Not that I have to grease the mower deck. It says I grease it 25 to 50 hours, but if I grease it every few hours, I figure those bearings will last forever and a day, and I'm only going to last forever, so that'll be fine. Anyway, so it should be all ready to go. I put fuel in it. The oil's good. I just checked it and put it back in, so the oil's all good and it's clean. Oil seems to stay clean with this thing, which I guess to me means the compression is good. I don't know that have all that carbon blown by the rings. It's got fluid in it. It's obviously water cooled. So I need to tie the battery down better. So I'm just firing this up basically to get it fired for the season, and we'll see how it goes. Sometimes the relay sticks, the starter relay sticks. It's also got a safety on it. It wants you to be sitting on it and stepping on the brake pedal, and turn it on. You turn it so that the preheater goes on for the injector, and when it comes off, You just after not running for 6 months, that's how hard it is to start this thing. Not bad, eh? For reverse, you just push the pedal backwards, and backwards she goes. I was having some trouble with this front tire holding air. I put some of that slime stuff in there. I filled the tire with a can of slime. So I did that before the winter. And it's still hard, so I'm not quite sure what I hit. The other tires have been holding air. So that's it. Time for me to cut some grass because I want to move the class of 2013 up here. It's kind of in the way where it's been, so I want to move it out of the way. So I got to move that up here, but I got to cut the grass first. All right, folks, live, love, and have a great time. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. In the meantime, gotta love the way my Kubota starts. Thanks.